Hello everyone and welcome to the Dimensions in Transcendence 9 guide. Let's get into it. The left gate includes the Sahuagin Shamans. We'll be going up against two of them. Now the orb condition triggers at the beginning of the battle. You can't cancel it. It increases by 2 when afflicted with 4 or more debuffs, and it increases by 1 if afflicted with 1 or more debuffs, and you need a white crystal character. Now for the Sahuagins, if you do kill one of them, then the other one will enrage, so do be aware of that. And they will buff themselves occasionally, so watch out for that as well. In the right gate, we'll be going up against two wild sharers. Now the orb triggers at the start of the battle. You can't cancel the orb. It increases by 1 when the player has a buff with 5 stacks or more, and it increases by 8 when the enemy has a gold debuff, and you need a green crystal character. Now one thing to mention about these wild sharers is that they do get the red aura and then they get a lot of brave, but once you break them, the red aura actually goes away and you'll be able to do damage to them. And now we get to the middle gate. Now the middle gate includes two Angerhawks. Both bosses have 60 million HP each at 89, 59, 49, 29, 19 and 9% of their HP. The bosses will cleanse all debuffs, gain a 1 million shield and buff themselves. At these thresholds, they decrease their orb count by 3 for each buff that they gain. Do be on the lookout for these thresholds. It's best to get both of them near the same, thresholds of the HP, because it's difficult to deal with one of them at a time. I did this in JP. I don't recommend it. And then at 69%, the bosses will gain the shield again, but they don't cleanse their debuffs, nor do they gain buffs. So be on the lookout for that as well. The orb increases by 4 when afflicted with 4 or more debuffs in one turn, and it also increases by 2 if the target acts while a gold debuff is active. Be on the lookout for characters who can inflict gold debuffs. For example, Sephiroth is a featured BT Plus character. He'll be able to help. Laguna is also used here as well. You can use him. And Kadaj. Now, I will talk about Kadaj in the next section. Now, this is a new section that I have included in this video for the MVP character. And Kadaj is that character for Transcendence 9 because he fulfills everything. He can fulfill the gold debuff requirement, and alongside a Laguna Refined Sphere, he can actually put debuffs down onto the enemies. Of course, you don't have to use him, but I suggest you do if you do have him maxed out. He's the one for this, for this Transcendence gate, especially the middle one. But of course, there are other characters that you can use, so Laguna, Vincent, Galoof, Cisne, the Empress, Sephiroth. There's a reason why Vincent is the BT Plus character here in this event, because he can actually prevent the Angerhawks from gaining buffs. So that actually helps at those, many thresholds that I have mentioned. Off-turn damage helps so well in this event. In JP, I used Vincent, Zack, and Galoof. Galoof helped a lot, but this time I might do things differently and use Cisne instead. But bring that off-turn damage if you do have it, it will help a lot. Now, in terms of my thoughts on this event, the middle gate is where the real challenge is because, left and right gates, they base Lufenia, they're not a problem at all. The middle gate is where the real challenge is, and it's fine, just be on the lookout for those thresholds, the shields, when the Angerhawks buff themselves, be on the lookout for that. In terms of the banner, I'm not sure if I'm going to BT Plus Sephiroth yet. I did mention in my pool plans video that I would. I'm not so sure now. Vincent, on the other hand, the thing is, in my experience on JP, I never used him after his batch of banners passed. I never used him again. So I'll see. If I do get Vincent BT Plus, maybe I'll BT Plus him again. I'm not too sure. I do have enough resources for both of them, but because Sephiroth is more of a favorite, it's a very tough decision. I do hope that this guide has helped you, and if it has, you can let me know. But other than that, goodbye and good luck.